Hi everyone, my name is Sebastián Giraldo. I am student of Business Administration and Supply Chain Management at Universidad del Rosario in Colombia. And here I want to show you some of the experiences leading entrepreneurship and leadership activities at my university. During the last years in Colombia, the importance of growth and strengthening of the business sector in the country has become evident. Proof of this is that recent governments have promoted policies and strategies to encourage entrepreneurship, recognizing the great contribution it can make to the country's economy. According to the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, small and medium enterprises contribute 40% of the gross domestic product to the Colombian economy, which reflects the great value it represents for the society, taking into account that it influences other facts such as generation of employment. The perception of Colombians towards entrepreneurship is favorable. This is shown by the GEM, indicating that this is the third country out of 54 with the greatest intention of entrepreneurship. 52.5% of the population in Colombia intends to start their own company. Universities and training institutions seek to answer to the need for business creation in Colombia by encouraging entrepreneurship. Various business training programs have been designed in the country, and universities have implemented entrepreneurship centers to accompany the initiatives they arise. The GEM Monitor places Colombia as the 8th country in entrepreneurship education, which symbolizes a great effort for the training in this subject. However, according to the Chamber of Commerce of Bogotá, half of the small and medium-sized companies that are created go bankrupt in the first year, are only 20% of these companies manage to survive until the third year. Although the trend in education in entrepreneurship is recent, it is evident that there is a gap between the needs of entrepreneurs and the training they are receiving. Universidad del Rosario, with the purpose of training future entrepreneurs and generating a culture of entrepreneurship, has implemented the Entrepreneurship Center, becoming part of the School of Management. Entrepreneurship for Universidad del Rosario is conceived as the ability of human beings to transform problems into opportunities and act on them through the development of innovative projects and initiatives at the service of company, community, or society itself. For this reason, training programs have been designed from the area of entrepreneurship to promote and develop skills in the people of the community in order to identify opportunities in society and implement innovative proposals to solve them and generate value. The Entrepreneurship Center has implemented a curricular strategy in which it is sought that students of the university can take courses related to the development of competencies to entrepreneurs. In addition to the above, and in order to accompany the entrepreneurial process that arises in the community, a business incubator program has been structured, and it articulates different workshops, mentoring, consultancies, and activities to support the needs of entrepreneurs in this process. Training around entrepreneurship is not only the responsibility of administrative people and teachers of educational institutions. If we, as students, want to develop entrepreneurship and leadership competences, we are the ones who must empower ourselves to lead these activities. During its 365 years, Universidad del Rosario has been characterized as a university of students and for students. This is evidenced in the model of student participation that the institution has, including students in strategic committees and governing bodies. The Students' Council of the different schools are the direct representation that students have as a means to develop proposals, activities, and projects in order to seek greater welfare in the community. Within these councils, they have developed the Entrepreneurship Committee, that has developed projects in conjunction with the Entrepreneurship Center. The leaders of these projects are students who propose initiatives and receive support from the entrepreneurship team to develop them. In addition to the students' councils, there is the colegiatura. It is an organ of 15 students chosen to be part of the university board. They are part of strategic committees also, and they lead activities to support the integral formation of students. Many of these projects developed by students at the university strengthen competencies and are not directly in the curriculum of the programs studied to be professionals. As a student, I am convinced that integral training, practical learning occurs not only in the classrooms, but in all activities and extracurricular spaces that are created in universities. To talk about some examples, I want to tell you about my experience as a student, member of the Student Council, and member of the Colegiatura, leading some of the activities that I'm going to mention and I have experienced through my university life. The first one is El Sofá. It is a space in which students invite different entrepreneurs to share their experience. It is an activity that seeks to generate an atmosphere of conversation among students, companies, and the entrepreneurial ecosystem in Colombia. People of any sector is invited, and this space is recognized by most students of the university for its ability to motivate entrepreneurship and leadership, and we have invited great entrepreneurs such as manager of Google, Facebook, Alpina, which is one of the most important producers of dairy products in the country, and Bodytech, which is one of the largest gym chains in Latin America. A second example is the Pitch Day. It is an activity that we have proposed since 2016 when I was vice president of the Student Council. It seeks to awaken entrepreneurial awareness of first-year students seeking to identify a problem to solve in their environment. In a pitch format, students must present a viable solution to the problem that may be a problem of business, social, or cultural issues. At the end of each semester, the best proposals are chosen and they are presented on a pitch of investor juries, which generally provide training programs, accompaniment, and mentoring additional to the offered by our university. These teams begin to consolidate their projects and initiatives on this pitch day. Another experience that I have lived is the Management Rosario competition. It has been consolidated as the traditional competition of the School of Business, in which groups of 4 students from different years of their undergraduate program participate. It seeks that students develop skills related to management, business, entrepreneurship, and innovation. It is held every year, and one of the stages in the competition is related to a challenge of entrepreneurship in which students have to propose a company. In addition to the internal competition that I mentioned, Universidad del Rosario organizes the Latin American Management Competition. In this, delegations from universities in Latin America participate, and we have that participation of Mexico, Guatemala, Ecuador, Peru, and Argentina. Last year, I assumed the coordination of the competition, and we developed a contest with 4 main stages: leadership, strategy, innovation, and entrepreneurship. We achieved a competition that combined questions, cases, and challenges that sought to test the skills of business students of different universities. Another experience I had is Hall Prize. It is one of the largest social entrepreneurship competitions in the world. About 1,200 universities participate and seek to answer to challenges related to sustainable development objectives. Each year, from the United Nations and the Clinton Foundation, a challenge is proposed and students participate in teams of 3 or 4 people. The winner worldwide receives $1 million to develop its proposal. Each university organizes its internal competition, and the winning teams travel to participate in the regionals. For the 2 last years, I had the opportunity to be the campus director of Hall Prize at Universidad del Rosario, and it is a truly extraordinary experience in which students work motivated to solve the great challenges of humanity. Finally, I want to tell you about what I'm doing actually at my university. Currently, I am doing my internship at the university's Entrepreneurship Center, and one of the challenges has been to lead a transversal strategy so that entrepreneurship is not only at the business school, but in the whole university. I am structuring 2 projects. The first one is e-challenge. It is a program that seeks to train students to answer to challenges from different sources, not only the whole price or challenges from business, but challenges of any kind. And it seeks also to integrate students from different schools of our university to answer to the society's challenges. The second project is a program of entrepreneurship monitors. I want the students to continue leading these training processes, and therefore it is necessary to provide spaces for them to become mentors and have greater tools to facilitate entrepreneurship in the community. I'm structuring a program so that those students that have already the training process begin to be multipliers of entrepreneurships. Just as we have monitors in other subjects, it is essential that we have students who guide entrepreneurship and leadership issues in our college. I have witnessed many students developing skills in these activities, contests, competitions, and events. I have been able to accompany the students in their crazy ideas when they want to start up, and I have seen how they fulfill their goals and their dreams. I am convinced that an environment of entrepreneurship training is built among all actors, with different perspectives and contributing from the role of each member. Universities and institutions must promote spaces for students to be protagonists of this process. As students, we must empower ourselves, and we must answer to the training needs by leading these type of activities and competitions, which also make us develop our own skills for entrepreneurship and for leadership. Thank you.